Hi, I'm Burke Franklin, the creator of Business Power Tools. I get excited about new ideas and how they can be built into thriving businesses. Building a company can be the fastest way to big impact and super wealth. But how do you apply the business knowledge you have in the right ways? Even if you have the knowledge and skills, do you have the tools to do it? Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of great business ideas fail due to ignorance or naivete. If your business is to succeed, it must be sustainable without you losing control, your mind, or your shirt. But I believe you can be successful with the right tools. You can fake it till you make it, or make it up as you go, or you can leverage the power of our proven and trusted done-for-you software templates and modern holistic business development platform. I've been in business for more than 40 years, and I've worked for a number of companies, large and small. My experience gives me a unique perspective and ability to put these tools together. I started Business Power Tools with the idea that launching, growing, and running a company can be made more efficient, less costly, and even fun. If you want to really succeed building a conscious and profitable company on your ideas for advancements in the world, then I have the tools for you, Business Power Tools. We continue using them all ourselves, and I'm going to show you what they do for you and how easily they work. Okay, here's the Business Power Tools dashboard. It's loaded with templates to build every area of your company. This is actually new and I dare say revolutionary visual document management system. Its unique modular design easily supports agile and lean, flexible business development methodologies. Better yet, the Business Power Tools dashboard communicates visually, helping you keep the big picture front and center. So now you can tie all of your processes together into a comprehensive execution management system. All in an elegant visual index that looks simply kind of like a kitchen drawer. It keeps all of your plans, calculations, and correspondence organized and secure for ongoing access. So let's walk through the tabs and see how much power you have at your fingertips. We're going to start here on the home page, but just to show you, we've got all these different tabs across the top here that in this middle part that shows you all of these pages. Every single one of these pages looks alike. And so what you'll see here on the home page, usually you start at the top beginning. This is the part where you can show an investor, show your people. It's kind of like your business bulletin board, if you will. So here's where everybody can see your mission and vision. You can see what you're doing. The green text, of course, is the comments, which can be turned off. But you see here, you can have this. This is much easier than just having a list of little things on a piece of paper like this. You can actually drill down and open up each section and get a detailed explanation of, for example, competitive advantages. You can see what it says in here about competitors and all of the type of analysis we're looking for. And just description. This part here is to enable everybody in your company really to be able to sell. I thought it was always important for everybody in my company to be able to be a salesperson for it, regardless of the job you had. So we can walk on into the business plan page. For example, on the business, where you start here is with the business plan, our famous Biz Plan Builder. You can add a new one here. You can open up an existing plan here. On the left-hand side, you've got priorities, which is really kind of like a glorified to-do list where you can put in the things to do under each department. We have news and blogs that are relevant. We've added a few samples in here for you to start with. This section here, the purple one, are blogs out of our website from myself and other people contributing, talking about various things about how to think about writing your business plan, how to raise capital, how to put together strategic plans and do all that kind of thing. We have worksheets for starting up, for choosing the form of business, for your mission statement, a lot of things like pre-business planning type ideas. We have the investor presentation in here. A template for your pitch deck is there. There's the financial model for Biz Plan Builder. There's several versions here. We've got the visionary funding model, which is designed for, if you've got a product or service that's never seen light of day in the world before, it's going to be very complex. It takes a moment to open these up. The other one is more of the growth expansion model here, what we show here. And you can see that it's basically an uploaded Excel spreadsheet with a number of things that the tabs across the bottom, you can play with these. And when you work on this on your own, or you come in as a guest and sign in, you can play with these. And when you play with them for a couple of weeks, again, you can, we'll save your work. So when you subscribe, you'll have everything you need. Your work will be there. We have a collection of videos that go with the business plan. I'll talk about this more in the actual business plan page. The contacts page, we have a CRM system. We're replacing that with a new one here. Microsoft discontinued the previous Silverlight version. The finance page has got a number of financial models on the, that you as a CFO would use. Here, for example, is one for valuing the heavy equipment or an airplane. What's this going to cost you, penciling these things out, so you can really get a sense of what your costs are. And like I say in the marketing section, this is math you just can't do in your head. I don't care who you are. Anyway, there's funding resources we've got here. There are another variation of investor presentation, shareholders, stock options we have. All the agreements we have are plain English as much as possible, legal templates you can use and work over, get a head start with your attorney. We always recommend having you speak to an attorney and have them review your documents, of course. We have a section on collections, which is a progressive series of collections notice, which could end up with your small claims worksheet. Hope you don't need to do that or go that far. And of course, every section's got a set of resources that are additional things that would be handy to you to use along the way. The HR section got your employee policies handbook front and center. This is where you start on the HR section, and it's got an employee manual. We'll show you that in a little bit in more detail. We've got the hiring documents here. We've got more correspondence. One of the highlights of this section is the recruiting section, where we've got 700 sample job descriptions, which once you have the job description finalized, then it can morph into an employment ad, and then you have interview questions built from that, and your candidate evaluations built from all of that. So it makes hiring much, much easier. We also have a manager's procedures guide, which includes a variety of areas, like everything. This is the kinds of things where you give it. It's not part of your employee manual per se, but it helps your supervisors, especially first-time supervisors, really know what to do. All right, let's move on. The legal section's got intellectual property in it. Some things about your IP is important: patents, trademarks, copyrights. This is the crown jewels of your business. More calculators, supporting documents. We've got a variety of corporate documents in here, all the LLC documents, your articles of incorporation, that kind of stuff you just need to have. We've got a section of agreements in here, more supporting documents. The management team section. Here we've got a number of management tools that I think are very important. There are other things under the supporting documents. For example, I'll show you this under the sales page as well. Every single management team or every section under here has got a one-page manager for each of your people working for you. So when you're asking, what do they do? And they're wondering, what do they do? Now you know, but it's more than a job description. We've got a vision. Each person in your management team really should have their own sense of their own personal vision of what their job is, what their department is, what their part of the business is all about, their mission, the objectives, the challenges, the strategies, tactics, and of course prioritize. Notice that everything is numbered. These aren't just random bullets. Everything's got a number to it to prioritize it. So you can customize these and go over them with your people. Calculators in management here. This is a number of things in here that are just useful for managing and just doing some numbers on your business. Okay, let's move. There's governance. This is stuff a little bigger company, but if you're going to grow into a big company, you want to start thinking about these kind of things. We've got the templates. We also have the board meeting minutes in here. So you want to have these templates to put together your board meetings, because you need to have minutes to demonstrate to the IRS or any other prying eyes that you really are maintaining your corporate status. Marketing, we've got the marketing plan, shows up here. I'll get into that detail later. Many marketing calculators here for this. One of my favorites, well, there's a whole bunch of them here. You can think of who are my alliance priorities. And you open up one of these, and again, a spreadsheet pops open. More math you can't do in your head. But this kind of thing, some of these tools are just simply helping you sort some stuff out. Like, what's a priority? And with this case here, who can bring in the most money? And it just helps you sort out where the profit is, where the margins are, and get a sense of who the priorities are, who we should work with, kind of a thing. So that's one of those. I'll show you more in the marketing section later. Procedures. At the top of the chart here is the safety plan, where you keep track of we have 161 safe work practices covered. You can put together your safety manual in about the time it takes from your receptionist telling you that the OSHA inspector's at the front door here for a courtesy visit. You can have a safety plan printing off your printer by the time they get back to your office. They're there not for a courtesy visit, they're there to fine you. Anyway, incident reporting, we have procedures built in, a number of other things here as well. I just want to kind of go through these tabs quickly to show you that all parts of your business really are covered. And so you get the PR section, we've got press release templates. I'll show you that in a little bit. more news and blogs, the ability to send out your press releases through. This is a third party that you can go through. The R&D section, calculators here, supporting documents, more agreements. Everything is divided up and organized under each of these departments. Sales. This one's huge. Sales are the lifeblood of your business. Your sales proposals at the top. Again, that's where you'd start. But we have supporting documents for all kinds of just good sales letters, well written, properly updated for thinking today. Most people have documents that are written early back in the 60s, which I find crazy, but we've updated everything now. So I'll show you this more on the sales page later. And of course, the downloads is if you download any of our previous Windows apps, this is where you'd find all of those. Okay, let me show you how it works. I'll briefly demonstrate how the actual documents work. The good news is all these documents throughout the entire system work the same way. So when you learn to use one, you learn how to use everything. I'll start with something like the invitation to our board of advisors. Always a good idea. We recommend having advisors. So let's show you how that works. There's three fundamental icons here. One of them is the magnifying glass, which opens up the document. They all have green text in them like this throughout, giving some ideas and some added supporting commentary. You can turn it off with a toggle, turn it back on if you like. The yellow text is going to be the variables you'll fill in. And the text is all here. It's written for you. And then what happens is you can go in here and click this little pencil icon, and that enables you to go in. It's an editor, and you can edit this template and make it say, do whatever you want to have it say or do. I'll just change this to weekly, for example, and that's all there is to it. You can edit it any way you want. I recommend leaving in the green commentary because it's good to have in the future. Anyway, so here it is. You can now save it as a copy, or just this one. You're just going to have one invitation to board of advisors. Let's just say. So here it is. It now changes. You'll see it down in the way these are organized. You've got several sections here. These are the master templates, where these are masters. They're the original copies. You can't change them. You can't break them. They're good. But you can save them out as a customized template, which is going to show up in the second section. And this is the template we just had. So now I can go back and I can modify it further if I want. Or I can simply, if it's done, let's say, and I'm in this master template, I can click to this icon, which looks like a little square with a pen sticking out of it. And that's where we simply fill in the blanks. And you can see here that a lot of the blanks from my own system are already in it. The yellow variables are still there. The change I made shows up. And of course, you'd make all the rest of the changes yourself. But now let's say I want to change the date. The date's not in there yet. So May, 13th, 2018, let's say. Spell that right. And voila, it shows up in the document automatically. So these fill in automatically. So you can use and create a template and use it over and over and over again. And for example, in this case, then you would save this out. You'd save this out as a master template for sending out an invitation to board of advisors. So it would be invite board of advisors, and it could be, Steve Smith, whoever it's to. Okay, so I've got that. Boom. Save it. It's there. And now what I've got is under the final section here is these are the finished documents you've got. And now what I can do is I can look at those again. I can't edit them anymore because they're done. If I wanted to redo them, I'd simply reuse the template. I might turn off the comments. I can print this if I want. Whoops. I can print this if I want. And it goes right to the printer just like you'd expect it to. We've got, cancel that. And then I can also email it. So I simply type in the recipient's email, send it, and it's good to go. If your priority today is writing a business plan either for a growth strategy or for funding, we have the subscription plan just for you. You need a plan. It's the preparation to meet opportunity. Not so that you stick to it perfectly, but so that you have something to reference in the midst of all the chaos and distractions. You'll see in a moment how much further Business Power Tools takes you towards having a functional roadmap for going forward, as well as funding than any other system. I know you may not want to write a business plan or an employee policy manual or a marketing plan. Wouldn't it be great if we just have all the money we needed to build our businesses doing whatever we want the way we want to, and employees would just magically do what we wanted them to do? It just looks like I came to the wrong planet. It's just not that way here. Nevertheless, we must build a solid foundation for our companies. Success comes when we plan, prioritize, and communicate. And we must be especially conscious and mindful about everything we say and do along the way. So if you're looking for something like Netflix plus Legos meets Cliff Notes, but for business, I've got it for you. It wasn't easy getting here. We've invested the past 30 years working with a lot of smart business people, testing many tools ourselves, and researching best practices, and created the business power tools you can use. Let me show you some more. If you're starting, funding, or expanding your business, the place to start is on the Business Plan tab to use our proven Biz Plan Builder. If you're swinging for the fences, this is the better bat. Its guided modular system enables you to start small and use as much as you need and grow organically, like a lean startup does. And you can see in the left-hand side menu tree here are all the different components and sections of a business plan. It's quite extensive for multiple different kinds of businesses and industries, but generally all of this stuff is the kind of things investors are looking for. And we help you with all of the right structure and content for what to say. The green text is our supporting commentary, and there's an explanation tab above to add some more information, some more background. The side notes is for, well, side notes. You can see here just a little message you can leave each other when you're collaborating, or a note to yourself to something to consider. The idea will play a video pre-framing what investors and lenders are looking for in this section of your business plan. You can see below here is the actual text of the plan that you can edit any way you want. So this really is great for entrepreneurs because you get the structure and content you need. This helps consultants get clients organized and prioritized. Investors and incubators love it because you'll find all the information you want, where and how you expect it. For business schools, it does what no books can do. And for nonprofits, because donors want to see their contributions going to sustainable and well-run organizations. We realize there are similar looking products all over the internet, claiming you can write a business plan in a day or a few hours or get it all into just one page. The free stuff may provide some information, but often little direction, sample text, or helpful answers. At best, others offer templates as a collection of empty buckets, like this one, that you're on your own to fill in. Do you know what to write? Do you know what your audiences are looking for? Are you not betting a great idea, your money, and investment from friends and investors in the next few years of your life on this business? With Business Power Tools, we've done most of the heavy lifting for you. The research, the narrative writing, the creating and verifying all the financial models, improving the presentation decks. Compared to the goals you seek, I think you'll agree that the modest investment in getting started right and finishing strong is easily worth it. Besides what you get for free, here's what you get from us. Here's what that same management team section should look like. Now the green text you're seeing here is our supporting commentary. And then as we go through it, you'll see the executive team, short bios, stock allocation. This is everything investors want to see about your business. They want to know who's supporting it. They want to know who your directors are. They want to know who your advisors are. They want to know everything about your business, your management team. So it's not an empty blank page. You're getting real information here. And this is simply things you can easily edit. You can delete the green text, and it's everything you need that investors want to see in a professionally prepared business plan for funding. You cannot BS your way through a business plan like it was a high school or college paper. Investors are too smart, and they deserve the respect of getting the full picture the first time. I went to an East Coast boarding school where we learned to write. Wilfred T. Grenfell. This guy was a stickler for content, structure, grammar, and punctuation. My papers were often returned with so much red ink, I thought someone was murdered in his office. Mr. Grenfell scribbled all kinds of comments like, "What do you mean by that? Give me an example. Show me. Prove it. How many? What are you talking about?" Much like what investors will be thinking if you write a business plan based on a simplistic or free template. I hated that teacher at the time, but I learned to include the relevant details in my writing. Prompts to answer investors' questions are built in. So now you have a business plan that you write with BizPlan Builder will make sense and satisfy investors and lenders' need for details. Sure, initially they may ask you for just a 2-page summary, but before they'll write you a check, they'll want the whole story. Mr. Grenfell would give your business plan an A. Investors, they'll give you the money. With all the buzz about social media, email schemes, and the latest marketing fads, perhaps it would be best to first look at all of your marketing options, consider your customers, and prepare an integrated blueprint for your overall marketing strategy. According to the Harvard Business Review, and I'll quote, "Recent research shows that viewing options together like this makes you more likely to choose objectively the best one. With all of the information in front of you at once, you can compare the options more thoroughly. Here are your tools to do that." Here we are in the main marketing panel. The place to start here is simply with a marketing plan. You can click the top green panel and open it up. To start a new marketing plan, click the plus sign over here. To open up your existing marketing plan, simply click on it. It takes a moment because it's all internet based, and it'll come popping up here. The information from filling in up at your account up above here automatically populates, and you can continue to fill in and set this up, and you've got your marketing plan. Let me go back here to the panel. One of the big highlights of the marketing panel here are these 28 calculators we've got, from an agency selection matrix, alliance priorities, break-even analysis, customer lifetime value, there's a favorite, direct mail analysis, operating budget, launch budget. Open one of these up for you. You can see them. They're Excel files uploaded to the internet, and they are Excel, and they run online. And so you can see you can change the date on these things, probably put a newer date in here for next year or whatever year you want to run it, and they'll automatically recalculate everything for you. Then you can put in a couple of other ones in here that I like looking at. For example, we've got a bundle offer pricing. This is always a good one. How do you bundle a number of your products together in certain bundles and see what the pricing would be? So you list all your products, what your bundles are going to be at 10 different bundles here. It's arguably overkill, but you can see what the price is going to be, how much people save, what the discount looks like, and just really experiment with how you want to bundle your products together if that's something that makes sense to do. We have a variety of worksheets that are included. For example, your brand development for your company. It's a worksheet. This is the kind of marketing you do before you do the marketing. Again, the green text you can turn off at a click of a button. Here's your marketing positioning worksheet for your company. And so that's pretty easy to do. There's some supporting documents. We've got a handbook of marketing giving you some ideas. There's our blog on enlightened marketing, some ideas from us and other contributors talking about new things to do in marketing. We've got a collection of sample contracts. For example, a joint marketing agreement, affiliate operating agreement, a marketing consulting agreement, testimonial releases. This is good stuff. For example, here's one here. You can just let you see it. So they're very straightforward. Again, the green turns on and off. And this is something you can use over and over and over again by simply, when you click on this icon here, it'll help you fill in the variables, and you can put in the name of the person and simply use these templates over and over again. So that's some supporting docs, website verification tools, other resources, news and blogs, a lot of things in here for marketing. Here we are on the PR and media and social media panel. The top one to start here, of course, would be your PR calendar, where you fill in all your editorial opportunities and upcoming PR that different media have that they're planning for the year. We also have the big highlight of this page, of course, are the sample press release templates. We've got a variety here, from a new award, a business event, a community event, some kind of disaster aid you're providing, expertise available, a fundraiser, group officers, a meeting, a new company. Hey, a new company seeks funding. Just open one of these up. You can see the structures here. They've been done for you. The explanation is built in throughout. We kill the green comments, and you see a nice clean looking press release where you can fill in your variables, or company name automatically fills in actually. And you can use these press releases over and over again. Just tweak them a little bit, send them to different reporters, different editors, and you're good to go. You can be generating free publicity in the media. There's a wonderful PR tutorial here that explains everything that you need to know about doing this. You could give this to somebody, an intern even could do your PR. I hate to say it that way, but there's everything here. Just the education on doing PR and working with the media, working with events and trade shows and all that kind of stuff. Everything you need to know about maximizing your publicity for free promotions. There's supporting documents. We've got facilities for sending it out. We've got a social media page, more resources, and then some other worksheets behind the scenes for setting your company positioning, phone pitch, for example, what to say to the reporters. You can put this together ahead of time. Notice we mark listen a whole lot in here because that's the most important thing to do. But you can see what you have is a nice, good looking phone pitch you can follow and use over and over again to make doing PR and getting your promotion done more easily. Sales is the lifeblood of your business. You can see that we've included templates to help your salespeople to effectively prospect, set appointments, produce proposals, complete deals with plain English sample contract templates. And so the place to start here, of course, is with a sales proposal builder on top, putting together your proposal. Once you've got a customer, what do you tell them? Here's what you do there. There's some calculators built in. One of my favorites is the sales incentive program, which really, I've been in many sales jobs before in the past where it was a winner take all. So one person would get ahead and then they'd win all the prize. It was really de-incentivizing for the rest of the people. This program is entirely different. This presumes on the best day that everybody wins, and even set up where everybody wins. And then if they win as a team, they can win even more. You have to play with this. Remember, when you look at our worksheets in here and any of our templates, as you go in, even signed in as a guest, you can see that you can save your work. So you can play with it for a couple of weeks, save your work, and then when you subscribe, everything is still there. You haven't lost anything. So here's a collection of our appointment setting, emails and letters. So you've got both a letter format and an email format. There's a variety of supporting documents. One of my favorites in here is like the one-page manager, which this one is all about really it's like a glorified job description for there's a vision, mission, objectives of each person in your sales team, in your management team would have this. So what is your sales VP's vision for what they're doing, their mission, their objectives, the known challenges they have, the strategies they're going to employ, the tactics and your priorities. These are some things that when people ask, what am I supposed to be doing, or do you know what your people are doing, that's crucial. So that's one of the things that's built in. Every one of these sections has a one-page manager for them. You've got a sales strategy here, a template for that. A lot of things built in, done for you. This is where you're going to look at and review and sort out how you're going to actually accomplish your sales. We've got a variety of prospecting templates. You can see these here, introducing yourself, following up with prospects. There's announcements you can send out to all of your customers, that kind of thing here, changing product features, hours of operation, some simple things to some complex things. There's a collection of sample plain English agreements. Everything we do is plain English agreement. So here's a dealer reseller agreement, for example. Turn the comments off. And you can see it's got a cover letter basically saying in plain English, hey, we own our trademarks, but you can use them under certain conditions, all that kind of stuff. And then down here is the actual contract itself. And you can see these dark yellow variables are actually the automatically filled in variables that you'll fill in when you click this icon here and fill these variables in. So what you're going to do is you're going to set this template up once, and then you're going to be able to fill in the variables over and over again with different dealers and resellers in that particular instance. And then we have a variety of customer service templates. All in all, to keep your customers happy, we include a variety of these customer service templates because all of this is more than a tremendous savings of time. The content has been carefully worded for maximum impact to build and maintain, a positive relationship with your customers and clients. Got employees and or contractors? Are you growing, adding people? Let's make this easy for you. The HR Solutions subscription gives you full access to the home, HR, legal, management, and procedures panels to make it easier to manage your people. Like all of our subscriptions, we include ongoing updates so you can stay focused on running your business. Under the HR tab, you'll find our comprehensive employee policies and procedures handbook. Let me give you a quick glimpse here. This actually has over 200 sample policies and templates in it. And it's very easy to use. It works the same way as the Biz Plan Builder works, the same way as the Safety Plan works, the same way as the Sales Proposal works, and the Security Plan. You've got the document in the middle. You've got the menu tree on the the left-hand side. And we click on any section you want. We recommend, checking all the boxes, even though you're probably not going to use them all, and then going through and looking at some of the ones and saying, okay, makeup time we're not going to use, this one we're not going to use, some of these, and unchecking the ones you're not going to use. But then you look at something and you look at it and you say, okay, well, how do I want to do this? I'll click a section. It opens up the text on the right-hand side, and you can simply go in here and edit the text and type in whatever you want. And that's as simple as that. Click Save. You've got a narrative. You've got the template explanation across the top. You can export the entire document based on which sections are checked. We'll automatically export these out to Word. You can also move and change the order of all of the sections by using these icons here. You can also delete sections. You can add a new section in here. You can turn this menu off altogether if you want to. Give yourself more room to write. We also have down in the lower section of the HR panel, you'll see we've got 700 job descriptions. And we took it a little further. We've added things like vision and mission and tasks prioritized by importance, making sure that your employee knows what they're supposed to be doing and a priority for in case they need to make decisions on their own with that. We include a variety of sample contracts for HR. We've got a number of supporting documents for onboarding, all of the hiring documents you're going to need to have in here, character references, position offer letter, all that kind of thing are in here to help you, really be careful and do a good job managing HR for yourself. And which is really great for entrepreneurs because you can do so much of it yourself, or you can work together with your team and your HR consultant. It's also great for HR consultants as well as professional employer organizations to use with all your clients. It makes a great presentation for impressing new potential clients, and it's also great for investors and incubators to prevent portfolio companies from wasting money on otherwise avoidable HR issues. So you've got that, you've got some resources in here, we've got a number of managing documents in here, employee disciplinary notice, acceptance of resignation, all the right paperwork you need to get the HR parts right. The HR Solutions subscription also includes access to the procedures page, where you'll find an up-to-date OSHA compliant safety plan, including 161 safe work practices, with more added constantly. We keep updating this whole system constantly. So there's that. You get a security system. There's incident reporting. There's a number of specific procedures. The more procedures you have in place, the easier it'll be for you to take a vacation, knowing that your people will know what they're supposed to be doing. Here's how easy it is to add and edit new users. Simply enter their username and passwords, and you can pull down here and say, okay, I want to add a new product for them. So in this case, the business plan, click the plus sign, we add them in, and you can choose which role they have, whether they have admin, the read-only role, or the creator role, which is great for consultants and your team members actually helping you on the project. It's that easy to update your users in the system. Many people have asked for private label customization, and it's very easy to do. In fact, the first thing we recommend doing is accessing your account page and entering all of your company information, including your logo and up to 255 characters for your company's slogan. Throughout the system, this data then automatically populates all of your documents in all the right places. The big question becomes, what do you need to do today that Business Power Tools can help you accomplish? Where do you want to start? The subscriptions plans page details what's included with each subscription package, and we have what we think is an irresistible offer on everything. You can also include as many of your team and advisors as you want for just $1 per person per month. What better way to have everyone on the same page? You can cancel or suspend anytime. We'll save your work. And your low subscription price is price protected. Keep your subscription up to date, and no matter how high prices may go in the future, your subscription always remains grandfathered in at this low rate. This may be a little offbeat, but do you know why the DEA gets only $500,000 for a confiscated $1 million airplane? It's got no logbooks, no engine history, damage, repairs, we have no idea. Documentation adds value. Much of the real value here is in the collaborative workbench with its organized templates, calculators, and completed documents. It's like your company brain trust, your airplane logbooks that goes along with it. It makes due diligence easier on your investors or a buyer, and you might increase the value by 2 to 3 times more that much faster. Management consultants often call this having your business all buttoned up. In the meantime, you have the tools you need to grow and stay organized and easily adjust as your situation changes. If you're doing these things yourself, now you can leverage this technology and content as if there are 10 of you, or collaborate with your team even if you're all scattered around the world. You could pay $150 to $350 an hour for someone else to do it for you, but we have a network of coaches and consultants who can do it with you, or just help when and where you need it so you'll save time and money. No matter what, we'll help you build a successful company around your ideas. We guarantee it. So who wins? Entrepreneurs, startup teams, business owners win. The next few years of your life and your vision are at stake. You do these things yourself because it's your company and you want complete control over what everything says, what it means, and how it looks and feels. Experienced entrepreneurs also appreciate the structure and content, while those new to starting and building companies save months of learning while doing right things right the first time. Accountants, advisors, coaches, consultants, you guys can be the real winners here. The Business Power Tools dashboard offers so much leverage with clients. You'll see how much more you can do for your established clients and how much longer you can keep those clients. You may even be looking to expand into more interesting areas of business. You could add recurring revenue to your practice. Imagine how much more fun it will be to pitch new clients and how many more clients you can easily manage. Private label with your name on the dashboard. Let it do the heavy lifting while you enjoy doing more of what you do best: advising, being their mentor, and handling unusual issues. Investors win. Business Power Tools provides an agile end-to-end business development platform. As you know, companies with proper plans, strategies, and procedures stand a much better chance of success, meaning less oversight needed from you. This makes them even more prepared for scaling or acquisition. What better way to support the growth of your portfolio companies? Business schools, instructors, students win. Here's a unique and academically rigorous web-based business planning system that gets students going and takes them further than any other software. What better way to teach and learn business creation and development in school? Students can start with a real-world business system they can continue using long after graduation. Teams can easily collaborate. It fits easily into your curriculum too. And it's easy for instructors to oversee and evaluate students' work. Not-for-profit organizations win. You need everything you can get to efficiently drive more of your resources to fulfilling your mission. Donors likely made their money in business. They appreciate a good plan, mindful management, protection from HR distractions, and thoughtful use of funds for marketing, all to maximize the impact of your efforts and with their contributions. Our idea of supporting the world is providing the tools for others to support the world. We hope this helps. There's a lot here for sure. Some people might even think it's overwhelming. But if you've built a company before, you realize you're likely going to use all of these tools sooner or later. Now you've seen a glimpse of what Business Power Tools can do for you and your business. The next thing to do is to log in as our guest and explore the dashboard. Go ahead, put your logo and slogan on it, play with the calculators, customize the templates. We'll save your work. Give it a test drive, then choose the subscription plan you want now.